What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This video I'm going to talk about my 90 days experience in recovery, and which to me that was, or for me I should say, that was AA. I was involved in that group. So the first 90 days of the program, it's such a milestone, it's so important. I mean, each day is important, at the beginning. And sometimes later on, it's, you just have to understand that, earning your day each day, you have to earn your day. You have to earn that good mood, that positive frequency. You just can't do nothing and expect things to fix themselves. And this is where the wake-up call begins, especially for me. I never had any sobriety. I couldn't get sober, couldn't stop using. And the first thing I did was I went to meetings. Like I shared in my last video, I went to my first meeting and I raised my hand. I said, "Hey, I'm Craig, I'm an alcoholic addict, and I need help." And there were people there to help me, man. And it was it was a really emotional time in my life. So yeah, first goal, man, was just go to meetings and not use, not drink, and not pick up, and go to meetings and use the numbers that I got from the first meeting when I got into a jam, or I just needed to get some advice from someone that's sober, because that's all I wanted. Whatever you had, whatever little bit of sobriety, whatever years you had, I just wanted that day. Sometimes that minute. So I got a sponsor, and I did step one right away, basically, because step one, we admit that we are powerless over alcohol and that our lives have become unmanageable. So yeah, man, my life was totally unmanageable. I could not stay sober. I didn't know how to stay sober. Just was so stuck in myself. I was in my own way, and just from all the bad choices I was making. So basically, I got a sponsor. At first I got a sponsor, and worked with him for a little while, but he didn't click. We didn't click. He was real anal with calling him and having conversations, and I just wasn't the person to call people each day. You know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't a phone person. And I know that's part of and I did it, but I just I didn't vibe with this guy. He's just kind of I didn't have anything in common with him except that he was sober, but I didn't really want what he had. You know what I mean? Because he was still an angry guy. And so was I. I'm not, but I started going to detox, and because he was adamant about getting into the getting into action, which really helped me, going to detox. And I would share a little bit, because I was 3 weeks sober, and I was going to detox meetings on Mondays and Thursday mornings, and green for me, because I could see it right there. Right there, I could see, what was going on, and how addiction was, people were struggling. You know what I mean? It was still fresh for me, but being reminded by seeing these people that had it way worse than I did. Because I was very, very lucky in the beginning, man. I met my wife at the time, and we had got married, and we were together for a couple years, and she really helped me during this time, in my recovery. So because I wasn't able to work, man, I wasn't able to really to do anything, you know. So grateful for her. So, you know, I had a lot of opportunities that a lot of people didn't have. So, you know, now looking back at it, where I'm at now in life, I'm just really grateful for all that because, you know, it would be hard to get sober, you know, trying to pay the bills, the stress of all that. I mean, I was very lucky that my wife, you know, helped me, and I was able to really fully commit the first year of sobriety to just sobriety, man, sober living meetings, and as I'll share with you. So, you know, going to detox and seeing it, I really became more grateful, you know, and the more and more I would get clarity, going to these meetings, they kept me going, man. You know, they really honestly, they kept me alive, because, you know, I needed that, you know, I needed that. I didn't work well with, you know, my first sponsor. So another guy that was going down with us to detox, you know, I vibed with him really well. He wasn't, you know, he didn't want me to call him every day because I was going to see him at the meeting that we belonged to, you know what I mean? So the phone call thing is, if I'm going to see you every morning, like I was going to see the first guy every morning at 10 o'clock, you know what I mean? So why do I got to call him at 8 when I get up? Like, you know, some people just have these rule sets, and I feel like, you know, it's, I don't know. And later on, I'll talk about this in other videos about, you know, why I left AA and why I don't go anymore and stuff like that. But at this moment in my life, man, I needed to latch on to something, and AA was the program and the people in it, because I was learning tools. So when I met my sponsor, you know, he's great. He was really into action. You know, he took over the meetings at Detox, and he, you know, ended up being, going back to school and getting his master's and becoming an addiction counselor, you know, with a degree, with a master's. You know, that was his passion, and you know, I could relate to his story, man. We had a lot of the same stuff going on, you know, with womenizing, the drugs, the violence, the out of controlness, you know, the bar scene, all that. So we started working together, and we did the first 3 steps, and then you know, I started working on my 4th step, and even before that, when I first met my sponsor, he had me do a personal inventory on myself, and you know, that was like, I was probably in the program for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then I, you know, ended up working with my sponsor Steve, and he had me do, you know, write out some inventory, personal inventory on myself, you know, like my character defects, you know what I mean? And I remember sitting at the table one day, and my wife was like, she walked by, she goes, "What are you working on?" And I'm like, my character defects, and you know, the paper was blank, and I was like, I just can't think of any. And she just started rambling off all this stuff, and she was 100% right. And she got, at that moment, I just became honest with myself. You know what I mean? Like, I know myself better than anyone else. I've told myself more lies than I've told anybody else. So, you know, and I've disappointed myself so much, more than anybody else. So the thing is, you know, at that moment, I just had some clarity, and I just started becoming totally honest with myself, you know, and that was an awakening, you know, because I thought I was this, you know, humble guy, and I thought I was this nice person, and you know, I wasn't. You know, I wasn't a nice person, and I wasn't a good person, you know, and you know, and that really shed some light on it for me. So in the beginning, man, like I said, I was a full-time in recovery. There's a thing they say, you know, do 90 meetings in 90 days, and I was doing 5 meetings a day, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and Sundays. At the time, I was going to church because I was a religious person, and that's no longer the case now. But at that time, I was filling my days, my Sundays with church, church dinners or lunches, and Bible studies. So, that's about 160 plus 360 plus meetings in 90 days. And that is just because I was so scared to, be alone with myself too long, and because I just didn't know how to operate, with free time, and I was waking up, it was, they call it a pink cloud, but, I was really just waking up, and I was feeling great in the meetings. I just wanted to repeat, because I learned right in the beginning from a couple old timers. They were just saying, whatever you did yesterday, do today. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you stayed sober yesterday, and how did you do it? Just do the exact same thing, And I'm a creature of habit with, all the years of dieting and bodybuilding training and playing sports and just following a regimen or routine. And, I'm adamant on that. So, I just started, using that philosophy. I just started doing the exact same thing I did the day before, and I would just go to meetings, man. And I met a lot of people. I was helping a lot of people. I was listening to a lot of people. I was getting really into service, and I was really, I felt great, man. And I was having that spiritual awakening right away. I really started seeing that I could do this, and my wife was getting more, she was getting proud of me. She could see the difference, and I still had a lot of work, and I'm not gonna, go on about after the 90 days. I just wanted to do a video today about what I did for the first 90, and that was really just embrace the program. I read the big book. I did, I worked up to my steps. I got to step 4 and started really, and that's going to be a video in itself, because that's when I was really honest with the inventory of my whole life and, what I did, all my secrets, and, really it taught me to start being totally honest with myself. And I was really liking the people that were working the program, the ones that came in and they shed knowledge and, gave me inspiration, and it gave me hope, And my sponsor, man, because he had about, I think it was like 3 or 5 years, I can't remember exactly, maybe 3. Because I think I was his first sponsee or whatever. He didn't even like me calling him a sponsor. Like we became friends, and he just didn't have an ego like that, man. He was really, the program taught him a lot about humility, and he really lived by that, So he really inspired me to understand that better, So all the meetings, just went to meetings, just worked the program, went to all different types of meetings. And then, within a couple months, I think before my 90 days, I was starting to speak a little bit, share my story, and just kind of give people hope, which was helping me. And, I was just trying to give back to the community. And I really was really loving the detox meetings, man. I lived for Mondays and Thursdays, and, it really changed my life, and I'll get more into that in the upcoming videos that I do on this topic. But that's it for now, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have been building the channel. We're kicking close to 1,700 subscribers. I mean, it's just insane. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate if you like the videos about addiction, arm wrestling training, whatever it is, man. Please like and subscribe, and I really appreciate it. If you comment, give me some ideas, share your stories in the comments. I like hearing other people talk about when they went through their struggles, and they made it through, and I love that underdog story. It just so inspiring to see people, you know, coming from rock bottom and, you know, making a difference in their lives. And I really appreciate you guys. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you soon.